welcome to another episode on my YouTube video. Forgive me, I'm not speaking. So last week we had to focus on TXY where we had price come back to this level to fill this daily fair value gap, which he played out perfectly on the 4 hour. And we see price react to this fair value gap. He created a CRT setup, perfect one. It was CRT high and CRT low. And we see price react and taking this level. So for this week, I first of all start my analyze my market first by identifying the high and low of the week, and we are also in a higher probability zone. Though overall, my forecast, like I said earlier from last week, was the XY being bearish. We were in a high time zone where we don't know price to do anything. So first and foremostly, I would like to map. So yes, after annotating my high and low of the week, that's part of the candle range theory, which I use. And I will go down to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, I want to spot higher in ICT we call them PD arrays. I like to spot a good PD array. So first thing is going to be my daily order block. I've mapped to the radio, that's my daily order block. But at the same time, sometimes I'm very wary of the weeks. There are times when market doesn't really try to go direct to the other block. Sometimes we react to the weeks. Like for example here, I'll be expecting price comes to the other block, but you see just played around here and came back down. So most of the time I've become wary of that, and I just tend to sometimes map the week to see what it actually has in the lower time frame. So let's go down to the lower time frame and see what we're expecting. So now overall, since I'm still bearish, we would like to see what the market will do. So first and foremostly, above this daily order block, I'm seeing a very beautiful fair value gap behind the gap. So that will be the first zone on the 4 hour, which I would like to see price. If potential reversals to occur, I would like to see price react to. And if you can look on the left, we had a very beautiful break of structure on the left. There's a very beautiful break of structure where price actually broke structure to the downside. Neat. After taking out liquidity too. This is very nice. This is high. There's a swing point where price is taking out liquidity. So it tells me that this swing point, this zone here, it's protected. This is a protected high. If I'm using too many advanced concepts, forgive me. With recommendation in the comment section, I will see if we can start teaching this bit by bit and breaking down the channel. So with this high taking out, this creates this place called protected high. That's why I'm really comfortable trading here. And if I take my Fibonacci, you notice that I'm deep in discount. This is a discount zone. This is discount. So if price comes here, you should be looking for sales here. If we're down here, you should be looking for buys. So looking at price reaction here, we can see that okay, for this second level, this is the last we saw efficiency in price at this level, and this is a mitigation block, and we saw price efficient at this level. So this mitigation block makes me want to map it out, but I'll go down to the 1 hour time frame. I'm going to the 1 hour time frame. You can see this is a nice order block zone, and it's also supported by a good resist support zone. So if I'm to mark that out, I'll mark this as this is a nice support zone. Nice. This is neat. The support zone, nice support zone that has it has 1, 2, 3, 4. It has so many touches. So it was a very strong support that broke, and now it's going to become resistance. So now we have a probability or high potential where we can actually see price react to from here, and potentially is going to be backed to by this other block here to see price come, and we might likely have to see price maybe trade into this level and to the downside. So we might expect this to happen on Monday or also it did, and it happens on Tuesday, and we see price go down. So that's my forecast with DXY. So now first and foremost, if we are bearish on DXY, that definitely shows we are supposed to be bullish on any pair that has USD as a secondary. For example, we should be bullish on GU and EU. So now let's give a brief forecast on what we expect on GU this week. So first and foremostly, as usual, I'll go to the weekly, and I'd like to mark my weekly range. It's very important. On the weekly time frame, if you observe, price tapped into this zone, and we see price invalidate this first order block. So we have this last zone for price to hold it, which it might be slim. If price fails to hold this zone and breaks this high, there's a high probability we're going to be going for this upside. We're going to go in for the draw liquidity on this upside. Same thing with DXY. Like we explained last week. If price breaks that, if price breaks this zone, which we're expecting DXY down here, so it means we're going to have a very long-term sell on DXY and a very long-term buy on G. So swing traders, I don't know if you might make good use of this information. So like I said, I don't want the video being too long, so let's break down GU and quickly break down gold. So from here, if we observe, I would like to see my weekly high and low. This week we had a very slow week. It was a very contracted week. It didn't have too many moves on the weekly time frame, but on the lower time frame we actually had some moves. So let's see weekly high. That's previous weekly high. So I won't want to delete most of these stuffs I've drawn because it's part of structure on the daily and 4 hour. So the daily time frame, as we can see, we had liquidity take here, price respected this zone. There was an order block that was mitigated. So there's an order block on the lower time frame that was mitigated here after taking this liquidity. We had a break of structure, price retested, and now break of structure. So now we're expecting price to retest. The first thing is I was expecting the price has to come back down. I would love to see price come to this fair value gap area here. I like to see price come down to this fair value gap area here. So it's mapped on the daily time frame. So this is one of these trends. But nevertheless, so this is a daily. We have a daily fair value gap here. I like annotating my daily zones with red and just make this static. So this is a fair value gap here. So though this is part of my previous week range, I would like to see price come here if we continue to the upside. And if we are seeing price come down here, it means that it's a probability, it's a possibility, not what will happen. It's what I'm forecasting. For example, we react to price, we don't predict. But nevertheless, the first zone I like to see validated is this one, this daily order block. I want to see price invalidate this daily order block first and go to the upside. But deep down, this is what I want to see. I'm looking at DXY. Okay, there's DXY. We have the same, almost the same probability here. But this fair value gap zone, we have a small divergence here. Nice. Okay, so that's what I would like to see. We have divergence. Price broke its previous high and it feels break. We're expecting a reversal. I'm expecting a reversal, and this is giving more and more bias why we should be expecting sales for next week to come to the G to this fair value gap zone and push the upside. So that's what we're expecting. So dropping out to the 4 hour, let's see what we're doing on the 4 hour. So regardless, this is that fair value gap zone, and we have just one little fair value gap here. It's liquidity pot. This zone was invalidated, this other block was invalidated. So we have one fair value gap below here. So inside that fair value gap zone, the higher time frame, I want to see price trade here. I like to see price trade into this zone. So it means though we had this price, this is the high time frame zone, I like to see price to break to some certain extent. We have had price mitigate this order block already. Institutional order field, where is that? Where is it? Yes, we have had price mitigate order block yet. So we're expecting price to come, but this guy is too efficient. So first zone, this is the zone we mapped on the higher time frame. It has a 4 IN decision candle. So I'll go to the one and try to refine it. I don't like decision candles that much. So this actually the zone that created this big movement, the order block. So I would like to map this out first. And if I'm to take any trade on this zone, I would like to see price do it here. My stop loss will be below this low. Why? Because this is the most valid low we have here. And we're targeting this previous will be high. That should be what I'll be seeing. Not that part. But regardless, I'll still be looking for confirmations in the 5-minute time frame. So if we see price here, we can expect price to react from here. But if we see price invalidate this area, if this area gets invalidated, this setup gets invalidated, we should be expecting the next movement from here. Expecting sells to this potential zone. So for our forecast with GU, we'll be having this to here, or we could also have price mitigating the zone. We'll have price invalidating the zone, test, and come to the downside here before moving to the upside. That's it for GU. And not to make this video long, let's quickly go through XAU. Like I said, the concepts I'm using is smart money concepts. I just hope you need further explanations. So this was the last setup I had for gold last week. Gold played out, tapping into the zone mitigation zone, and we saw my entry mitigated though left. Let's quickly see like this high zone. So on the weekly time frame, let's break down price like we always do. Please excuse me to do all this. We're just getting longer than I expected. So this is going to be the previous weekly range, which I'm going to map it out. This is a weekly low and the previous weekly range, weekly high. Why I like mapping these zones because this is where I'll be looking for my setups for the week. I don't see price break through all this range. If I see price break this range, I'm suspecting a reversal as occurred. So this will be my weekly range. All this, and I'll go to daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, we see this zone has already been filled. This fair value gap zone on the daily time frame has been filled, it's mitigated. So when we see this, let's map this with fair value gap total line. So this fair value gap zone has already been filled. So what I would like to see is this is serious setup that it's from. You need one though. Price close in the range. So this is the candle. This is the liquidity zone. So what I would expect is that I would like to see price trade down here. And it's the other block that formed this moves to the upside. But that has already been met. That was one of the conditions why I traded. Because this is the candle that created that purge on the lower time frame. First reality on the 4 hours mitigated. I'm using a little complicated concepts, I'm sorry. But regardless to within this zone we had this other block which it didn't get mitigated, but this is the clean though. So we're expecting price to maybe take out this high, trade within here, and we'll find maybe a continuation pattern to it. So looking at this, I don't see any clean setups on XAU yet, because also you can see this other block here has been mitigated. Let's go down to the lower time first so you can see better price structure. So first and foremostly, you can see price invalidated this guy. This is a market structure shift. And as you see, price came mitigated the zone. This guy is invalidated. And this other block is mitigated, this fair value gap. So go down to the 50 minutes and see what happened. So price didn't come right down here. Why? Because there's efficiency. Gold came for this fair value gap, as you can see here. So gold was coming for this fair value gap. And if we waited patiently, it was like a nice series to set up from here. Price came and traded back within this range. This high was the target and good confirmations here for this trade. So the next thing we're expecting is for price to take out this high. So we're expecting a break of structure here. And if price does take out this break of structure, so what are we expecting now is price to come trade here, take this high, then retest. Where are we expecting a retest to? On this other block or this one. I can be expecting on this other block, this zone. I'll be expecting on this zone. So do be my re-entry. Regardless if price breaks that high or not, do we're expecting gold. So for this week, our forecast is gold being bullish. So that's it. It's my forecast on gold. So we'll be waiting for confirmations to see if I can execute some free trades. So do my forecast on gold and that will be my target. But assuming this liquidity point on the higher time frame, we'll be buying gold right up to here. Okay, thank you. That was the breakdown for gold. We are bullish on gold for the week, and for GBPUSD we are also bullish. The price moves to the upside, but in case this zone gets invalidated, to be the next zone I want to see whole price, this zone right down here. And also for DXY we are strongly bullish. So because we are bullish here, that's what gives me weaker probabilities on the bullish on GU holding. So I'm really sure this zone being validated. I'm having a high probability this zone being validated. Our price comes to take this zone right down here, because if you can see DXY is still very bullish, and when DXY is buying, which expect sells on GU. And before gold has minus zone. I will not use DXY that much to correlate with gold. So nevertheless, thank you. I really wish I could make the video shorter. I've given the forecast breakdown on what you can do. As usual, please, if what I did you like it, please can you kindly like, subscribe to my channel. I'll be giving more insights, and you can comment other videos you want me to explain better regardless being support and resistance, trend line, smart money. See you guys, and thank you.